ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಮಾಡು. 30 seconds I come. Namaste. I am Dr. K.N. Krishna Kumar, Principal of Telangana Model Schools and Government Junior College, Marpalli, Vikarabad District. I take the pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Deshpande Sanjeev Kumar, who has been creating waves in the student circles and the faculty circles with his topic on circles. And I wish that the students and the teachers take note of the things that are happening, so that whatever videos are online, they may be recorded and viewed later once again, so that the concepts will become more clear. So without, I think sir doesn't need much introduction. So as he has been in the student circles, after he has set the ball rolling with circles, so I request sir to continue enriching our students about circles. Sir, over to you, sir. Deshpande sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Krishna Kumar sir. Good afternoon, children. So you have been doing some basic concepts of circles in your previous sessions. We started with circles, and we have gone for defining of tangent, defining of normal, and we have solved some problems in the previous class. So let us dedicate this today's class entirely for solving of problems on the tangents and normals and some other basic things which you have learned in your previous classes. So just recall what exactly you have taken in your previous classes. The first thing is, what exactly is a condition of tangency? What is a condition of tangency? When can you say a line to be tangent? When you got radius is equal to the perpendicular distance. So radius is equal to perpendicular distance from the center of the circle to the straight line, whatever you're discussing about. This was called as a condition of tangency. Then we discussed about the length of the chord. The length of the chord was given as 2 times square root of r square minus d square, where r is the radius of the circle, d is the perpendicular distance from the center to the line which you are taking. Okay, so if the radius and distance are equal, then you can say the length of the chord is going to be 0. It means that the line is passing through the diameter or center. If d happens to be some value here, and you get only the length of the chord as equal to r, that means that it is touching the circle. Then we discussed about point of contact. It is the point where the circle and the line are touching. Then we discussed about the equation of tangent, which is quite familiar for you. Xx1 plus yy1 plus 2g into x1 plus 2f into y1 plus c is equal to 0, which you have called as s1 is equal to 0. Then we discussed about equation of normal, x minus x1 into y1 plus f minus y minus y1 into x1 plus g is equal to 0. So we are going to connect only these concepts in our class today. The problems on these concepts are going to cover up. Okay, so with this, if at all we are going to cover the problems on these, we can complete the tangents and normals. Okay, so start with a simple problem here. Find the equation of the circle with center as -3, 4 and touching y-axis. So what is given in the problem here? The center of the circle is given as -3, 4 and the circle is touching y-axis. So on y-axis, you can say the value of x is 0. So what is the equation of y-axis? X is equal to 0. So first of all, what is given? Center is given as -3, 4. So the radius is nothing but the perpendicular distance from the center -3, 4 to which axis? It is y-axis. So what is the equation of y-axis? It is x is equal to 0. So it is perpendicular distance from center -3, 4 to y-axis. So you have got equation of y-axis, as I told, it is x is equal to 0. So we can write x is equal to 0 as 1 into x plus 0 into y plus 0 is equal to 0. So why you are writing like this? You are writing in the standard form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So what is the formula of perpendicular distance? You got the formula as modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. So here the value of a is 1 and the value of b is 1 and the value of b is 0 and the value of c is also 0. So if you use the formula here, so it is going to be ax1. So 1 into minus 3 plus 0 into 4 plus 0 divided by root over a square is 1 square, b square is 0 square. So the formula, the value you get is 1 into minus 3 is minus 3 in the modulus is plus 3 divided by 1 square plus 0 square is 1. So you get the value of radius as 3. Now you got the center and you got the radius. What should be the equation of circle whose center and radius are given? The formula is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. It's a fundamental formula which you have learned it. Center h comma k and radius r. So h and k are given as minus 3 comma 4 and radius is given as 3. So you can apply here. So you can write it as x minus of minus is plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square is equal to radius is 3 square. So you have got a plus b whole square, use a minus b whole square, expand x plus 3 whole square here. So it is going to be x square plus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 8y plus 16 is equal to 9. So you write the equation in the standard form of circle. So write the coefficient of x square, then coefficient of y square, then x term, then y term, then constant. So you get the equation as x square plus y square plus 6x minus 8y. 9 plus 16 minus 9 is 16 is equal to 0. This is what is the equation of the circle. Now just compare this problem with the problem which I given yesterday as homework. So here center was given and there I have given some equation of line. Instead of equation of line, it is given as y-axis. So the problem is similar to the problem which I given it as homework yesterday. Now we take another problem here. Show that the line Lx plus My plus n is equal to 0 is normal to the circle S is equal to 0 if and only if Lg plus Mf is equal to n. So you are going to show that the line Lx plus My plus n is equal to 0 is a normal. So what is a normal? A normal is a line which is perpendicular to the tangent and it passes through the center of the circle. So the circle equation is given as S is equal to 0. So what is the meaning of S is equal to 0? S is equal to 0 is general standard equation of circle. X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So the straight line is Lx plus My plus n is equal to 0. And the circle equation is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So what should be the center here? The center should be minus g and minus f. So as I said, the normal generally passes through the center of the circle. So it means that this line Lx plus My plus n is equal to 0 should pass through the center of the circle. So the center minus g minus f of the circle S is equal to 0 lies on Lx plus My plus n is equal to 0. So this point lies on the circle. So its meaning is this point can be substituted in place of x and y. So you can put x is equal to minus g and y is equal to minus f. So L into minus g plus m into minus f plus n is equal to 0. So you got negative signs here. So you can rewrite this as minus Lg minus mf. So you can write minus Lg minus mf plus n is equal to 0. So it means that you can write Lg plus mf is equal to n. Now I have been using the symbol here what this symbol mean? It is something, it is called as if and only if. So what is the meaning of if and only if? We can prove the statement from here to here, from the first to last, or last to first. If you take the last statement, LG plus MF is equal to N, you can bring this N this side, or LG plus MF other side, you get minus LG minus MF plus N is equal to 0. Then you can write the negative signs in the bracket. So L into minus G plus M into minus F plus N is equal to 0. It means that the center minus G minus F of S is equal to 0 lies on Lx plus My plus N is equal to 0. It means that the line Lx plus My plus N is equal to 0 is a normal to the circle. So you can start from the one side and go to the other side, or you can start from the last and come to the first side. So instead of writing the proof 2 times, we can use a symbol if and only if. So the word if and only if can be replaced with a symbol like this. This symbol is what is called as if and only if symbol. So have you understood this problem here, children? Okay, so let us go to another problem here. Show that the tangent at minus 1 comma 2 of the circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 8y plus 7 is equal to 0 touches the circle x square plus y square plus 4x plus 6y is equal to 0. And the second question is also find the point of contact. Now understand the question here. You got a tangent of one circle touching the second circle. So you need to find the tangent of the first circle. So what is the first circle? This is what is the first circle. At what point? At minus 1 comma 2. After getting the tangent equation, you are going to verify that that tangent, whatever you got, is touching this circle also. So once you say the tangent is touching the second circle, it means that the line also, the line whatever you got, the tangent line whatever you got for the first line touches the second circle. So where exactly it is meeting? So just see the figure here. You got the first circle. You are going to find tangent at point minus 1 comma 2, and circle equation given here. Right? This line which you have taken, the blue line, is also touching the second circle. At what point? We don't know. We are going to find this point. You are going to say that it is touching, and you are also finding this point. Okay. Have you understood this, children? So if you understood, how is that you proceed? First of all, you are going to find the tangent of the first circle at the point minus 1 comma 2. So tangent at minus 1 comma 2 to the circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 8y plus 7 is equal to 0. So what is the value of g here? Minus 2. The value of f is minus 4 and c is 7. So what should be the equation of tangent? Equation of tangent is xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c is equal to 0. So you know the x1, y1 as minus 1 comma 2, g value you know, f value you know, you c value you know. Substitute straight away in the equation. So x into minus 1 plus y into 2 minus 2 into x minus 1 minus 4 into y plus 2 plus 7 is equal to 0. So why I put a minus 2 here? Because g value is minus 2 and minus 4, f value is minus 4 and c value is 7. And the value of x1 is minus 1, the value of y1 is 2. So this is what is the formula which you have been using regularly. Okay. Now you can simplify this. You can write it as minus x plus 2y minus 2x plus 2 minus 4y minus 8 plus 7 is equal to 0. So you have a minus x minus 2x minus 3x and 2y minus 4y is minus 2y, and you got a 2 minus 8 plus 7 which is plus 1 is equal to 0. So you got the tangent equation as minus 3x minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So you have been actually finding the tangent equation many number of times. Okay, so that reason I write the answer straight away here. So it is minus here. So two negatives are there and one positive is there. So you can rewrite this as 3x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is what is the tangent to the first equation, first circle. First circle tangent is given as 3x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. So the first part is over, finding the tangent. Now what you have to show, this tangent touches this second circle. So what is that you are going to use? You are going to use the condition of tangency. What is the condition of tangency? The radius should be equal to the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle. So the second circle come into the picture. So what is the center of the second circle? So you got the circle equation as x square plus y square plus 4x plus 6y is equal to 0. So the value of g is 2, the value of f is 3, there is no constant. Okay, so g is 2, f is 3. So center should be minus g minus f. So it is minus 2 and minus 3. So you got the center now here. So you are going to verify that the radius is equal to the perpendicular distance. So first of all, you are going to find the radius of this circle. So what is radius formula? Root over g square plus f square minus c. So g value is 2 and f value is 3 here. So 2 square plus 3 square. No c here, so nothing is written here. So g square plus f square minus 0. Minus 0 has no meaning here. So 2 square is 4 and 3 square is also 3 square is 9. 4 plus 9 is 13, square root of 13. So what of this circle is root 13. Now what you have to show, this value should be equal to the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle. So what is the formula of perpendicular distance? Perpendicular distance is ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. So d is nothing but the perpendicular distance from center. What is the center of circle here? Minus 2, minus 3. To which line? The line which you have taken, the tangent line of the first circle. So 3x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. So you got the value of a as 3, the value of b as 2, and the value of c as minus 1. And the value of x1 is minus 2, the value of y1 is minus 3. So substitute these values and tell me the value of d, what you get. Okay, so you can have 3 into minus 2 plus 2 into minus 3 minus 1 divided by root over 3 square plus 2 square. So 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6 minus 1. So minus 6 minus 1 is minus 13 divided by root 13. So modulus, if at all you break it open, it is going to be 13. 13 by root 13. So you can write it as root 13. So what you are observing in equation 2 and equation 3, equation 2 radius was root 13. Equation 3 d is also root 13. So what is the meaning of it? The radius is equal to the perpendicular distance from the center. So radius is equal to the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle. So once radius is equal to perpendicular distance, what is the meaning of it? The tangent is touching the circle. So you see that this line is touching the circle. So the line is touching the circle. So once it is said line is touching the circle, you can also say that that line is a tangent to the second circle. Now we are going to find the point of contact. So to find the point of contact, you had two methods. So whichever method is convenient for you, you can choose it. I feel second method is more convenient, which is based on the formula which you learned in your first year. So if h comma k is the point of contact, or you can say foot of the perpendicular from the center. What is center? Minus 2, minus 3. So you are going to call the h comma k as a point of contact. You can see here, you have called the point of contacts as h comma k. To which line? The line is 3x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. So use the formula. What formula are you going to use for finding the foot of the perpendicular? Remember, yesterday you discussed h minus x naught by L is equal to k minus y naught by m is equal to minus of L x naught plus m y naught plus n divided by L square plus m square. So what is the value of x naught y naught here? The x naught y naught is minus 2 and minus 3. What are the values of L, m, n here? L is 3, m is 2, n is minus 1. So here x naught y naught is minus 2 minus 3, L value is 3, M value is 2, and N value is minus 1. Now substitute the values and get the value of h and k. So you get, the first thing is h plus 2 by 3, because x naught is negative here, you get minus of minus is plus. Then k plus 3 by 2 is equal to minus, L is 3, x naught is minus 2, M is 2, y naught is minus 3, and N is minus 1. 2 square plus 3 square. So this is minus 6, minus 1, which is minus 13. 4 plus 9 is also 13. So h plus 2 by 3 is equal to k plus 3 by 2 is equal to minus of minus 6, minus 1, minus 1, minus 6, minus 6, minus 1 by 13. So you can write this as h plus 2 by 3 is equal to k plus 3 by 2 is equal to, so minus of minus 13 is 13, 13 by 13 is 1. So you got an equation h plus 2 by 3 is equal to k plus 3 by 2 is equal to 1. So from this you are going to get the value of h and k. So to get the value of h and k, so you can say h plus 2 by 3 is equal to 1, k plus 3 by 2 is equal to 1. So 3 into 1 is 3, 2 into 1 is 2. So h plus 2 is equal to 3, k plus 3 is equal to 2. So from this, what is the value of h you get? H value you got as 1 and k value you got as minus 1. See that the answer you got here is same as the previous answer. Okay, somehow it is a coincidence. Okay, so 1 comma minus 1 is the point of contact. So you have got the point of contact by using this formula. So you are going to take h comma k as a point of contact, then use a formula, then take this as x0, y0, then choose L value, M value, N value, and substitute in the formula. After simplification, you got the value of h as 1 and k value as minus 1, which you can put as a pair, h value and k value. So this is a point of contact. So we have verified that the line is touching the circle, second circle, and also you got the point of contact where it is touching. So did you understand this method? So this is a repetition of the previous class, finding the foot of the perpendicular. Some of the students express that they are not able to follow. So it is a repetition. So next one. The next question, find the equations of tangents to the circle x square plus y square plus 2x minus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0, which are perpendicular to the line 3x minus y plus 4 is equal to 0. So you are going to find the equations of tangents. So you say equations, that means that you are going to get two answers. Now here, the tangent, whatever the tangent equations you are going to get should be perpendicular to this equation. So let us take the circle equation, x square plus y square plus 2gx minus 2y5 minus 2x minus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. G value is 1, f value is minus 1, c value is minus 3. So what is center? Minus g minus f. So minus g is minus 1 and plus 1. Radius is going to be square root of g square plus f square minus c. So g is 1, so 1 square. F is minus 1, so minus 1 square. So 1 square is 1, f square is 1, and minus of minus 3 is plus 3. So you got radius as 1 plus 1 plus 3, which is root 5. So you got the center as well as radius of the circle. So what is the condition now here? You are going to take the equation of line perpendicular to 3x minus y plus 4 is equal to 0. So how is it you get the perpendicular equation to any line equation here? You have to just exchange the coefficients of x and y, and for y you get put extra negative coefficient. So the coefficient of y is minus 1 here. So that you are going to put it as coefficient of x. So it is minus x. Coefficient of x is 3 here, right? So you are going to put it as coefficient of y with the extra negative sign. So it is minus 3y. So it is plus here and minus here. The y coefficient and x coefficient are same, but the x coefficient here is negative of the y coefficient, or you can say the y coefficient is the negative of the x coefficient. The third term, instead of 4, you are going to take it as constant. So this is a general method which you have followed in your first year. So equation of line perpendicular to the given line is given like this. So we can rearrange this, then the two negatives and one positive, we can write as x plus 3y minus k is equal to 0. So you are calling this as the tangent to the given circle. Okay, so what is the condition of tangency? The radius should be equal to the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle to the line. So radius is equal to the perpendicular distance from center. What is center here? Minus 1 comma 1, and the tangent is x plus 3y minus k is equal to 0. So you are going to find the value of k here. So what is the value of radius here? Root 5. You can substitute here. So formula of perpendicular distance, again mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c. So a is 1, x1 is minus 1, b is 3, y1 is 1, minus k divided by root over 1 square plus 3 square. So here use the formula. Now 1 square plus 3 square is 10. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1 plus 3. So minus 1 plus 3 is 2. So 2 minus k by root 10. So here you can take cross multiplication. Mod of 2 minus k is equal to root 5 into root 10. Root 5 into root 10 is root 50. So mod of 2 minus k is root 50. So you will have you got a modulus here and you got a square root here. So what is it you can do? You can square on both sides. So mod of 2 minus k whole square is equal to root 50 whole square is 50. So you can write as a minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So 4 minus 4k plus k square is equal to 50. Rearrange, you can get it as k square minus 4k minus 46 is equal to 0. So what sort of equation you got? You got a quadratic equation in k. So how to get the roots? You got a formula minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So use that formula here. The value of a is 1, the value of b is minus 4, the value of c is minus 46. So minus b, so minus of minus 4 plus or minus b square root of b square, b is minus 4 square minus 4a. Coefficient of k square is nothing is there, means 1, and c is minus 46. So you get minus of minus is plus 4 plus or minus 4 whole square is 16, minus 4 into minus into minus is plus 46, 4 is 184. Divide by 2 into 1 is 2. So 16 plus 184 is 200. So 4 plus or minus square root of 200 divided by 2. So 200 you can write as 100 into 2. Square root of 100 is 10. So 4 plus or minus 10 root 2 divided by 2. So you see that this is a multiple of 2. This is also a multiple of 2. So you can take 2 common and cancel with this 2 here. You get 2 plus or minus 5 root 2. So you got the value of k as 2 plus or minus 5 root 2. So there are two values of k here. One is 2 plus 5 root 2 and second is 2 minus 5 root 2. So the equations of tangents are x plus 3y minus k. K value is 2 plus or minus 5 root 2. So you are going to get two tangents. You observe that the two tangents are varying only at the constants. So that means that the two tangents, whatever you are going to have, are parallel. They are parallel. Okay. So whenever you take a line perpendicular to one line here, you may have two possibilities of lines. One is one line parallel to the second line. So you are going to get a pair of tangents, one with x plus 3y minus is equal to with plus sign here, and second x plus 3y with a minus sign here. So you're going to get these two tangents as a pair of parallel tangents. So have you understood here? So why you have put a k here? Whenever you want to find a perpendicular line, you have to exchange both the coefficients of x and y with a negative coefficient for y and put a constant. So this constant you're going to find out using the concept of the circles. So let us take another problem here. Find the area of the triangle formed by the normal 3 comma minus 4 to the circle x square plus y square minus 22x minus 4y plus 25 is equal to 0. So area of triangle formed by the normal at 3 comma minus 4. So first of all, you're going to find the normal at 3 comma minus 4. So what is the equation of normal? You recollect it. So first of all, circle equation. G value is minus 11, F value is minus 2, and C value is 25. So what is the point given? 3 comma minus 4. So equation of normal at the point x minus x1 into y1 plus f minus y minus y1 into x1 plus g is equal to 0. So now you know what is x1, y1, what is g and f. Substitute these values in the equation of the line. So you get x minus 3 into y1. y1 is minus 4 plus f. So f is minus 2 minus y minus y1. So here y1 is minus 4. So minus of minus 4 is plus 4. So y plus 4. 3 minus 11 is equal to 0. So minus 4 minus 2 here is minus 6, and 3 minus 11 is minus 8. So x minus minus 6 into x minus 3 minus is plus. So 8 into y plus 4 is equal to 0. So expand this. Minus 6x plus 18 plus 8y plus 32 is equal to 0. Simplify this further. Minus 6x plus 8y plus 50 is equal to 0. So you see that in all things minus 2 is common. Take it common, right? It has 3x minus 4y minus 25 is equal to 0. So this is what is the normal equation. Now what are you going to find out? After getting the normal here, you are going to form a triangle with the normal to the circle. And that triangle area we are going to find it. Now see this, you got a triangle here. This is a normal. So you convert this straight line in the intercept form. So how is it you convert it in intercept form? You bring the constant minus 25 other side is equal to 25. Then divide by 25 on both sides. 3x minus 4y by 25 is equal to 25 by 25 is 1. So you can write this as 3x by 25 minus 4y by 25 is equal to 1. You can write this as x by 25 by 3, y by minus 25 by 4 is equal to 1. So this is what is called as x-intercept, and this is what is called as y-intercept. So x-intercept is given as 25 by 3 and y-intercept is given as minus 25 by 4. So because you called as x-intercept on x-axis, the point can be called as 25 by 3 comma 0. On y-axis, it is 0 comma minus 25 by 4. So y it is on the negative side because the value of y is negative. So you got x positive, y negative, it is fourth quadrant. Now we are able to see a triangle here. So you're going to find the area of this triangle. So when you say x-intercept is 25 by 3 comma 0, so it means that distance from the origin, is what is origin, to this point is 25 by 3. And this value is minus 25 by 4. Okay, so x-intercept value is 25 by 3 and y-intercept value is minus 25 by 4. So whenever you are having a triangle in the intercept form, you are going to find the area. You can say it is half into a into b. You got a formula in your first year. So a is the x-intercept, b is the y-intercept. So the straight line which you have taken here cuts x-axis at 25 by 3 comma 0 and y-axis at 0 comma minus 25 by 4. So the area of the triangle formed is half into A into B. So it is half into A value is 25 by 3, B value is minus 25 by 4. So because you are putting a modulus, no need of putting the negative sign. So 25 is 625. 2 into 3 into 4 is 24. So the area is 625 divided by 24 square units. Right. So we are going to take a problem here. Find the equation of circle passing through the point 1 comma minus 1 and touching the lines 4x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0 and 3x minus 4y minus 10 is equal to 0. Now see this problem here. This problem is going to be really like a problem where you need to understand the concepts very, very clearly. Okay. So try to understand this problem here. First of all, you take the equation of circle. So what is given here? The circle is passing through a point. What is the point given here? 1 comma minus 1. So first condition given is circle is passing through the point 1 comma minus 1. Second condition is given is whatever the circle you got, it is touching both the lines. So if it is touching both the lines, the meaning of it is the radius from the center of the circle should be equal to the perpendicular distance. So what is the center here? Minus g minus f. What is the radius? Root over g square plus f square minus c. So center is minus g minus f. Given that circle is touching the lines 4x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0 and 3x minus 4y minus 10 is equal to 0. So the circle is touching. So it means that the radius should be equal to the perpendicular distance. So radius is equal to perpendicular distance from which center? Minus g minus f to the first line. What is the first line? 4x plus 3y plus y is equal to 0. But it is also touching second line. So it is same as the perpendicular distance from center minus g minus f to the second line also. So you got radius is equal to perpendicular distance from minus g minus f to the first line 4x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0 and also perpendicular distance from center minus g minus f to the second line. So try to understand it carefully here. So how to get the perpendicular distance? You got a formula ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root over a square plus b square. So here a is 4, b is 3, c is 5, center is minus g minus f. So 4 into minus g plus 3 into minus f plus 5 divided by root over a square plus b square. Likewise 3 into minus g plus 4 into, so plus minus 4 into minus f minus 10 divided by root over 3 square plus minus 4 square. So you can write this as, so this formula used. So you can write as minus 4g minus 3f plus 5 divided by, now root of 4 square plus 3 square is 25. So you can write denominator cancel off. So 3 into minus g is minus 3g, minus minus is plus 4f minus 10. So you got 4 square plus 3 square is root 25. 3 square plus minus 4 square is also 225. Root 25 will cancel off, no denominators. So you got an equation simply minus 4g minus 3f plus 5 is equal to second term. Now you got both the terms having modulus. So the first thing is you're going to remove the modulus. So once you remove the modulus, at one side you're going to put a plus or minus sign. So minus 4g minus 3f plus 5 is equal to remove the modulus. So whenever you remove the modulus, you're going to put a plus or minus sign. So it is your choice. You can put on left side or you can put on the right hand side. Okay. So you take a minus 4g minus 3f plus 5, one with a plus sign, minus 3g plus 4f minus 10, and again with a negative sign, minus 4g minus 3f plus 5 is equal to minus of minus 3g plus 4f minus 10. So one with a negative sign, one with a positive sign. So if at all you take the first equation, minus 4g. So here minus 3f plus 5. The minus plus into minus is minus here. So minus comes other side, plus 3g. Plus into minus is plus, plus into plus is plus, goes other side, minus 4f. Plus into minus is minus, minus goes other side, plus 10. Likewise, minus 4g minus 3f plus 5. Minus into minus is plus, goes to the left hand side, you get minus 3g. Minus into plus is minus, goes left hand side, you get plus, and it's plus 4f. And minus into minus is plus 10, goes it as minus 10. So when you simplify this, you get minus g minus 7f plus 15 is equal to 0, or minus 7g plus f minus 5 is equal to 0. So you're going to get two equations. One is g in terms of f. G you can write as 7f, 15 minus 7f, or you can write f is equal to 7g plus 5. So till now, you recapitulate how the things have been done, right? So you got the g in terms of f or f in terms of g here. So you can take the value of g or f and substitute in some other equation and get a solution. So it is your choice. You can take g is equal to 15 minus 7f, or you can take f is equal to 7g plus 5. Now, because when you compare the numbers 15 and minus 7 and 7 and 5, they are smaller. 7 and 5 are smaller. So we have taken the condition. Now, since the circular equation passes through the point, which point? 1 comma minus 1. So you can say the radius should be equal to the distance between this point and the center. What is center? Minus g minus f. And what is the point? 1 comma minus 1. So the radius is the distance between the points, point on the circle 1 comma minus 1, and the center minus g minus f. The first condition given is the circle is passing through 1 comma minus 1. So 1 comma minus 1 is point on the circle. Center of circle is minus g minus f. So distance between the center and point you called as radius. So what is the formula of radius? Just now you got the first thing. We'll go back to the previous slide. Yeah. So here the radius you got like this. You can take this term or this term. So we have taken this term. So it is minus 4g minus plus 5 divided by root over 3 square plus 4 is 25. Distance between these 2 points, you got a formula x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So minus g minus 1 whole square minus f plus 1 whole square. Now you observe, you can take f value here or g value. You can put the value of g here, or you can put the value of f here. If you put the value of g in terms of f,
yeah, backside, green backside.
If you put the value of f, you get the answer in terms of g. So it is your choice. You can go by anything. So I'm using the equation 2 and substituting equation 4. So you get 4 into minus 4 into g, 3 into f value is 7g plus 5 plus 5 divided by 225 is 5 is equal to minus g minus 1 whole square plus minus f plus 1 whole square. So what is f here? Minus 7g minus 7g minus 5 whole square. So you can write it as minus, expand this, minus 4g minus 21g is minus 25g and minus 10 divided by 5. Right hand side, minus 7g minus 4 whole square. So here you see that there is a 25 and 10 here, and it is multiple of 5. So we can simplify this as minus 5g minus 2, and right hand side you got the as it is same term. Now you can see there is a square root here and they don't have a square root here. You have to go for squaring on both sides. So you get minus 5g minus 2 whole square is equal to, now square root cancel off, minus g minus 1 whole square plus minus 7g minus 4 square. Okay, so now you expand this. So if you expand this, you get 25g square plus 20g plus 4. This is g, not f, is equal to g square plus 2g plus 1 plus 49g square plus 56g plus 16. So bring everything one side. You get 25g square minus 50g plus 20g minus 58g plus 4 minus 17 is equal to 0. So you can simplify this as minus 25g square minus 38g minus 13 is equal to 0. So if you take negatives common, you got the equation as 25g square plus 38g plus 13. So what is it you have done here is you eliminated one of the f and g. So here I have taken f is equal to in terms of g here. So I got f eliminated and you got an equation in terms of g. So how to solve this equation here? So we got 25 plus 13 is 38. So we can write this 38 as 25g and 13g. So in the first and second term, you got 25g common. Third and fourth term, you got 13 common. So take it common, 25g, 13 into g plus 1. So in these two, you got g plus 1 common. So g plus 1 into 25g plus 13 is equal to 0. So the value of g is minus 1 and the value of g is minus 13 by 25. So you got the value of g now here. After getting the value of g, the next step is get the value of f. So to get the value of f, you have taken an equation f is equal to 7g plus 5. So g value put it as minus 1. You get the answer of f as minus 2. And if you take g value as minus 13 by 25, you get 7 into minus 13 by 25 plus 5. You simplify this, minus 91 plus 125 divided by 25. You get the value of f as 34 divided by 25. So now you got the value of g, you got the value of f. Two values you got. Now you have to get third value. What is third value here? C. So to get the value of C, you take the condition again, equation, circle equation passes through the 1 comma minus 1. So you can satisfy this 1 comma minus 1 in the general equation of circle. So in place of x, 1, in place of y, minus 1, 1 square plus minus 1 whole square plus 2g into 1 plus 2f into minus 1 plus c is equal to 0. So if you solve this, you get the value of c. You know what is the value of g and f. So c is equal to 2g minus 2f minus 2. So there are 2g values and 2f values. If you take g value as minus 1 and f value as minus 2, then you get the value of c as 2 into minus 2, minus 2 into minus 1, minus 2, which is minus 4. So c is equal to minus 4. Second pair, if you take g value as minus 13 by 25 and f is equal to 34 by 25 in the equation here, you get the value of c as 2 into minus 13 by 25, 34 by 25 minus 2 into minus 13 by 25 minus 2. So simplify this, LCM is 25 minus plus 68 plus 26 minus 50 divided by 25. So we get answer as 44 by 25. So you got the first set of GFC values as minus 1, minus 2 and minus 4. Second set of GFC values as minus 13 by 25, 34 by 25 and 44 by 25. So this values you substitute in the equation of circle. So you get x square plus y square minus 2x. G value is here minus 1. So minus 2x, 2g, 2f. Minus 4f minus c is equal to 0, minus 4 is equal to 0. So here second equation, you take LCM as 25 to 25 into x square plus y square minus 26x plus 68y plus 44 is equal to 0. So this problem can be a possible 7 marks question, little lengthier, but you need to have a lot of patience in solving this problem. Okay, so this problem covers almost all the concept of solving of equations in your schooling, right? So revisit this problem here again and try to solve it. Once you're going offline, you just look into the problem here, have a book and paper, try to write down each and every step and practice it. So you can make experiments after doing one time the solving. Then you, instead of putting f in terms of g, you can also put g in terms of f and see what happens. So all these changes you can try. Okay, so let us go for another problem here. If x square plus y square is equal to c square and x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, intersect at a and b, find the length of the chord AB. AB means you're going to find the length of the chord AB. Hence, reduce a condition that the line touches the circle. So you got a circle equation and a line equation. What is given is these two are intersecting at 2 points. What are the 2 points? A and B. You're going to find the values of A and B. So what is given first of all? Circle equation, x square plus y square is equal to c square. Now, once you take circle equation like this, center is going to be 0, 0 and radius here is c. So equation of line is x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. You can write one side minus 1 is equal to 0. So what is the meaning of intersecting? You are going to find the perpendicular distance from the center. What is center? 0, 0 to the line. What is the line? X by a plus y by b minus 1 is equal to 0. So formula of perpendicular distance, ax1 plus by1 plus c here. X1 value is 0 and y1 value is 0. So you get 0 by a plus 0 by b minus 1 by root over a square. A value is 1 by a, b value is 1 by b. So you just have this as 0, this as 0, you get minus 1 in the modulus. So you can write as 1 by root over 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. So you got the value of d as 1 by root over 1 by a square plus b square. When you square, d square value is going to be 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. So what is the condition here? It is, you have to show that that is intersecting. So you can take LCM here. A square b square is LCM in the denominator. You can write as b square plus a square. So 1 by b square plus a square by a square b square. So this a square b square can go to the numerator and write a square b square by a square plus b square. So the value of d you got as d square, you got as a square b square by a square plus b square. So you need to find AB here. So what is the meaning of AB here? It is length of the chord. So length of the chord formula you got 2 times square root of r square minus d square. So what is r? R is nothing but c here. D square is the value here. So 2 times square root of c square minus a square b square by a square plus b square. So you got the length of the chord now. What next you have to find out? You have to deduce a condition that line touches the circle. So line touches the circle. What is the meaning of it? The radius should be equal to the perpendicular distance. So the line touches circle, then radius is equal to perpendicular distance from the center of the circle. What is center of circle? 0, 0 to the line, which center of circle is 0, 0. So here, what is the meaning of it? The value of c, the radius, should be equal to d here. So this radius should be equal to this d here. So because you got d in a more complex thing here, so you have found out d square. So that reason you can take c square is equal to d square. So you can write c square is equal to d. What is d square? D square value you can pick it as 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. You can choose any of the value, but this is more easier to take up. Now you see that this is c square and you got this in the reciprocal, the denominator. So you take reciprocals on both sides. When you take reciprocal, c square becomes 1 by c square is equal to 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. So this is what is the condition for the line x by a plus y by b is equal to 1 touching the circle and intersecting the circle. So when it is intersecting, you get chord. Once it is touching, you get the radius is equal to perpendicular distance. You get this condition. So the last two problems were really little complex. You need to revisit these problems while solving here. At least the before last problem has to be done many number of times, right? So what exactly you have done today here is we have actually taken some problems on length of the chord, equation of tangent normal, condition of tangency, and point of contact. Only these I have chosen here. So finding the length of the chord, equation of tangent normal, condition of tangency, and point of contact. Okay, so you need to practice more on this area here. So we have given some problems on similar lines to the problems what I have discussed. So I have given 4 problems here. So try to practice these 4 problems which are similar to the problems what you have done today. So with this, I conclude and say that, okay, fine, mistakes do happen. If you are doing mistakes, that means that you are trying. If you are not trying, then you are not doing. You will not get mistakes if you don't try. Sir, any queries I would like to answer?
Madam, it was good afternoon. Madam, shall I go ahead?
Sanjeev sir,
Yeah.
can you please visit 5th slide? There's a question which is asked by a student, which is similar to the problem which you have already dealt. 5th slide. Yes, sir. Yeah, this one.
Oh.
The student is asking a doubt about yesterday's problem, where the prove that the tangent at 3 comma minus 2. Here you have taken minus 1 comma 2, but the point was 3 comma minus 2
Yeah.
of the circle x square plus y square is equal to 13.
Okay.
Here the circle is taken different, except for the value equations and the point. The question is same. I hope the student can visit this slide again to clarify her doubt in the second problem which you have given in the practice session, sir.
Yeah. It is similar to
Just
the
give them the method.
second problem in the practice. Today's problem. Today's practice or previous class practice? I don't get you, madam. Actually, what exactly? Madam?
Sanjeev sir,
Madam.
student has asked a question in the chat box, asking you to explain the second problem that you gave for which you have given in the practice session.
Second problem, last class. Okay.
Yeah, last class. That problem is actually prove that the tangent at 3 comma minus 2 of the circle x square plus y square plus 30 is equal to 13 touches the other circle, and also find the point of contact. I thought this question is similar to this.
Yeah, it is similar. The question is similar to the.
Yeah. So please tell them the method. That's it.
So the method of actually solving is, first of all, you just try to understand the question first. So what is given is the tangent at a point to the circle, and that tangent is touching the second circle. So first thing is you're going to find the tangent with the first circle. So first circle you got here. So you may have any equation in place of this equation, right? So you're going to find the tangent with respect to this point to the circle. After getting the tangent equation, then you have to verify that this tangent is touching the second circle. So you got a point. What is that point? Whenever you say a line is touching the circle, it means that the radius should be equal to the perpendicular distance. So after getting the tangent equation, you take the second circle, find the center and radius, and also find the perpendicular distance. So you got radius. If you get the perpendicular distance value as same here, like root 13 I got there also. If you get radius and perpendicular distance same, then you say that the line or the tangent of the first circle touches the second circle. I repeat the process. You're going to take the tangent of the first circle. Okay. After getting the tangent of first circle, then you take second circle, find the radius, and also find the perpendicular distance from the center of second circle to the line which you got. The line which you got is tangent. Okay. If they are same, then you say that the line is touching the circle, or you can say the line can be called as a tangent. And once you get the line touching the circle, then you can use a concept of foot of the perpendicular to find the point of contact. I hope that this is clear.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. It was really very Thank you very much, sir. It was really very interesting, in a very step-by-step manner. You related the problem and the solution, how it has to be done. It was very systematically done. I am sure that the students would have definitely understood the concept very clearly, because all that you discussed today, you had related them very clearly in the solution that you had done. And I think that the doubts also you cleared it very well. And I am sure that if the students will revisit the videos again and step by step, if they will note down as you have told, I am sure that they will be doing wonders. Thank you very much for the session, sir. Thank you.